Oh, you want Civil War? Is that what you want? Yeah, dude, Civil War, you.
Are you a proud owner of a PC? Are you tired of all the hype surrounding these inferior systems? Are you excited about the upcoming games for 2017 and 2018, knowing you will get to enjoy them at their best? Well, look no further than this list we've gone ahead and put together concerning the best games coming to your PC in the near future. So as usual, sit back, stroke your neckbeard, and enjoy the 10 must-play upcoming PC games for 2017 and 2018. Keep in mind, there's no particular order to these.
I thought Civil War wasn't supposed to happen until Phase 3. Shut up, Super Craig.
The Fractured Butthole. We're pretty sure there's a joke in there somewhere. Of course there is. This is a South Park game. After the success of The Stick of Truth, South Park Studios and Ubisoft are back with a sequel. It looks pretty much like we'd expect, which is perfect because The Stick of Truth was hilarious. It had South Park's beautiful blend of unacceptable, immature, and generally epic humor. The Fractured Butthole takes the player down the superhero's path, taking many sly digs at the current trend of massive superhero franchises on the way. As Trey Parker and Matt Stone have already revealed, the game takes place literally one day after the end of The Stick of Truth. The Fractured Butthole is once again just another day in the life of our favorite town in Colorado.
Give me those sad puppy eyes. You are not going to have 3 classes.
The most successful startup in history has a release date. Sort of. The MMO side of Star Citizen is still in the works, but the developers at Robot Space Industries have given us something to get hyped about in Squadron 42. The single-player campaign will presumably set us up further for our upcoming adventures in Star Citizen. While Squadron 42 doesn't have an official release date, the developers have said that it will probably launch in 2017. This could still change quite easily, but our list covers 2017 and 2018, so unless some insane delays happen, we should be okay for now. In the meantime, Star Citizen is playable as an ever-changing alpha build. What would a list of major upcoming releases be without a zombie survival game? Exactly, not very much at all. So, enter State of Decay 2, the sequel to the intense State of Decay. What's changed? Well, Undead Labs and Microsoft Studios have gone all out to create an immense world in which players will have to find a way to survive. And unlike many other games, survival is not only very difficult, but it's also paramount to the game. It sounds obvious to say that not dying is a big deal, but in State of the Decay 2, you don't respawn. If your character dies, that's it. Game over. Fortunately, you can create multiple characters, but still, it would be insanely frustrating to lose all your progress on one character due to just one silly mistake. It's also what makes the game so interesting, a real survival game. Let's just say, we're definitely dying to play this one.
You're not supposed to be here.
We realize that this is a DLC expansion to an existing game, but in the words of Firaxis Games, this expansion is so huge, it almost became XCOM 3. So we're counting it, and why not as well? XCOM 2 is such an incredible game that a massive expansion is just the news we wanted. The best part is that it's launching so soon as well. We barely have to wait in anticipation for this DLC.
Too bad they hate each other.
War of the Chosen brings 3 new alien champions to Earth for you to fight against, and 3 new factions to team up with. Because you're gonna need some help defeating these new champions, that's for sure.
Safe here.
What are the Cabal doing to the Traveler?
Yes, we know we listed Destiny 2 in a different video, but that was for consoles. We all know by now that Destiny 2 will be locked at 30 FPS on consoles, with upscaled 4K. On PC, however, we're being treated to the game in a native 4K with 60 FPS. So we're considering the PC version to be the definitive Destiny 2 experience. Provided you have an absolute monster of a PC, that is. But let's not go into technicalities. There isn't much more to say about Destiny 2. We sort of know what to expect already, or rather, we'd like to hope so. We have been scorned once before by Bungie and Destiny. So let's hope that we're putting our eggs in the 4K basket for more than another half-assed attempt at a story and limited endgame content. Because hell hath no fury like a hyped gamer scorned twice.
Alright, Guardian. Time to kick 'em where it hurts.
Lawbreakers is coming, and it's coming soon. What is Lawbreakers, you ask? It's a competitive first-person shooter, more accurately defined as a twitch shooter. In layman's terms, that just means it's incredibly fast-paced and requires immense speed of thought and accuracy. It's probably not a game for everyone in that case, but don't let the competitive nature stop you from trying it out. Visually, Lawbreakers looks fantastic, and the mechanics and gunplay seem to flow really well too. Lawbreakers is a class-based shooter, similar in a way to Team Fortress, where players can choose between a range of classes depending on your playstyle. It's probably best to start out in the middle of the road with the Vanguard class. Or just throw caution to the wind and go with the tank and see what happens. We prefer option 2.
Triple kill. Ball spawning.
Time to seamlessly transition from a fast-paced twitch shooter to a medieval action role-playing game, namely Mount & Blade 2: Bannerlord. The game takes place about 200 years before the events of the first Mount & Blade, during the downfall of what's called the Caladrian Empire, which looks like a fictional version of the Roman Empire. But that's all a bunch of lore that we'll experience once Mount & Blade releases, whenever that might be. The developers have been quite ambiguous with the release date so far. All we know is that we'll be able to play it in 2017. The rest is speculation. But one thing is for sure, you can start sharpening your internet blades in anticipation for Mount & Blade 2: Bannerlord. If you were to mix turn-based real-time strategy with giant futuristic mech warriors, what would you get? That's right, Battletech. That sort of sums it up really, but we're not here just to give you random little summaries of upcoming games. We're here to tell you about the must-play games, and Battletech very much fits the bill. Another product of the Kickstarter campaign, Battletech smashed their $250,000 goal by almost tenfold. And they've made that extra cash count. With a single-player campaign, expansion packs, and player v player mode. Fun fact, this game is based on the board game with a similar name, Classic Battletech. The board game actually had to add in the word classic to avoid confusion.
Shattered by war's betrayal.
Darksiders 3 probably has one of the most badass plotlines on this list. You are Fury, one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, hell-bent on destroying the 7 deadly sins. To give the plot a bit of context, the 4 horsemen are the kind of religious henchmen from the Bible. However, Fury doesn't feature in the book. In Darksiders 3, Fury is an all-powerful mage who relies on whips and, you guessed it, magic, to defeat her opponents. Darksiders 3 was almost scrapped due to the original developers Virgil going bankrupt. But luckily for us, THQ Nordic and Gunfire Games have revived it and plan to release it sometime in 2018. When? We don't know, but we're hyped either way.
And you, but one.
With a name like Total War, Warhammer 2, you would expect something pretty ridiculously over the top as far as war goes. And Total War Warhammer 2 does not disappoint. At least it doesn't look like it's going to disappoint. The game isn't out yet, so we can't definitively tell, so let's just be optimistic here and assume that Total War will be a good game. Now that we're all on the same page, let's take a look at what we can expect from Total War 2. It's a turn-based real-time strategy game where the player can take control of 4 different races. all with the common goal of taking over the same place in this fictitious world, the Great Vortex of Ulthuan. We can't wait to get our hands on this epic-looking Warhammer game. And those are the 10 must-play upcoming games for the PC Master Race in 2017 and 2018. Did we miss any of your favourite upcoming games? Let us know in the comments and be sure to like, share and subscribe for more PC Master Race content right here at ZoominGames.